The following is a transcript of a conversation between Matías De Stefano, referred to as me, and his higher self, referred to as I am. 24th November 2020, Ear. Me. I find myself sitting in front of the window, staring at the pyramid in front of me, fixedly. From my point of view, it is enveloped in palm trees, and the brightness of the sun makes me see it as if it were white, as it once was. Before, this used to bring me sadness, melancholy, and tears flowed from my eyes without any effort. Now I've noticed that I can't do it, that I don't feel anything anymore. Seeing the reflection of light in my eyes, I thought that some tears might be shed that would free me from the sorrow within me, but I noticed that it was only a physical reaction and not an emotional impulse. The image was disintegrating, as if staring at the pyramid was the same as looking at myself in the mirror, because I have gone so many days, every day inside, that I notice carrying it in me, and that I live in it even though I am not physically inside. These days that I could not go because of my physical problem, I felt as if my soul and its soul were longing for each other, although my body could not help but feel happy not to have to face the Giza Plateau. So I thought about sitting and watching her from my balcony, and letting the cells of my eyes show me what they hide in her subconscious. And I saw it. I saw what it was like before. In my memories, Kem. And I saw myself in the side gardens among trees, looking at the gleaming, shining white pyramids. But the excitement was not there, but in the laughter of the children around, in the voices of those he loved. I closed my eyes and felt the wind in the leaves of the trees, in some stringed instrument in the distance, probably from someone practicing for some party, and the voice of the person I loved most whispering some nonsense in my ear. I am. And you felt balance. Me. Instead of crying at what I saw, I smiled at what I heard. I am. Your body needs to be relieved of a lot of tensions, but it needs to know what it needs to release to do it properly. What makes you tense? Me. I guess the same as everyone this year, being locked in one place. However, unlike what is happening to the world, I consciously decided to lock myself in here like a cloistered monk, a vow of silence, meditation, and devotion. I feel the pressure of my own conscience reminding me every day that I can't fail this time. I am. When did you fail? Me. What I remember, for years I have been writing that story, The Great Heritage. I started it when I was 14 years old, with the idea of capturing my biography, my memories, for my children and grandchildren. Over the years, the form of the book changed, and at one point I found myself writing my own death. But that death was in a parallel life where I had lived my whole life dedicated to sociology and politics, hiding my inner world for fear of what they will say. Repressed, I felt all the pressure of my inner world telling me that I was failing, that I had started my path backwards, from the outside in, and that to do it well I had to take it to the opposite, from the inside to the outside. But it was too late. In this supposed fiction of parallel life, I had already turned 87, and it was time to die. I decided then to leave a message to myself through time, so that I could do it in a different way, and the message would be my own death. There is no hope, I wanted to say. Be born again. So I went to Rio Negro, Argentina, a region that represents the connection of the female and male sexual organs to procreate. And I approached a specific place, a ranch called La Esperanza on Route 8. I said to myself, if I die here, my being will find a way to let me know that there is hope, the moment I can lose it, telling me that the year I realize that would be the year that would change my life forever. Well, this year, 2020, is the year in which the message has reached me. The solar eclipse of December 14th, 2020 will occur in its greatest focus in the area of La Esperanza in Rio Negro. And all the weight of Jupiter and Saturn will begin to lower the karmic information to heal during the following days, for the remainder of our year of the I Am. I suppose, then, that my body fears to fail again and not to achieve what I have come to do, and I have only 3 weeks to prepare. I am. Responsibility. And you need to release that tension upon yourself. Me. I thought I could cry to do it, but I don't feel anything. Just pain in my ass of my body saying, I don't want to. I'm afraid of losing myself and stop being me. I am. There is a lack of balance between your 3 bodies. You need to find him listening to your body. Pay attention. Me. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm paying attention. I'm respecting their times. I am. But you're not really listening to it. To listen to it, it is not enough to say, yes, I do whatever you want. Rest. Listening is listening. Pay attention to what happens. The heartbeat, the breathing, the pulse, the intestines, the joints, the tongue. All the sounds you can hear from your body without judgment, without thought. Listen to its words. The ear was designed to capture all potentialities and in turn have the possibility of manifesting and transforming them. Listening is related to sound directly, either the one that enters through the ears or the one that comes out through the mouth. All vibration waves are wide, thousands at different frequencies, and the ear has evolved to capture the most essential of them all. There are many things to talk about this sense, but we will start with the most essential and biological. It is normal to think that the ears are there to hear the sounds of the world, but that is not the primary objective. The whole universe was designed by patterns of vibration, what we vulgarly call sound. It was the one that designed realities, and therefore order or cosmos can only be found through sound. Thus the ear has the main function of making you find balance. Me. Through auditory fluid, I am. You can understand your head as a bubble level used in construction. Me. Those rules that have a green liquid inside with a bubble that shows if the terrain or material is in line or uneven. What is seen by the bubble moving sideways by gravity. I am. Exactly. The ear has 3 parts to analyze. The external, composed of the atrium or ear, which generates a fold capable of channeling vibration waves into the ear canal and carries sound to the eardrum, a flexible and circular membrane that vibrates when the waves hit it. The middle, an air-filled space behind the eardrum, contains 3 of the smallest bones of the human body, the hammer, the anvil, and stapes, which connect to each other, collide, vibrating before the sound waves, conducting the sound towards the inner ear as if it were a bridge through the oval window. And here begins the internal, a shell-like structure of a conch shell divided by fluid-filled membranes called endolymph. The impulse of the ossicles causes the liquid to vibrate, generating waves that stimulate nerve cells which transform the vibration into electrical pulses translated by the brain as data, sounds, and even emotions. The endolymph, like all liquid, moves according to gravity, and its displacement allows the hairs of the auditory nervous system to perceive the direction of this movement, which sends the signal to the brain and cerebellum, so that they react in the rest of the body, muscles, reflexes, in the direction that the ear is indicating. Therefore, hearing problems can cause dizziness, nausea, loss of balance, and stability. Now, if the sounds you receive from the external world and the movement you make inform the brain about your physical stability, the things you hear from others, or the places where you are good or bad, will mark your balance and emotional stability. Me. So it works the same physically as it does emotionally. Every balance of our being depends on the vibrations we receive and the way we receive it. The sound, the words, what they tell us, the praise, the insults, the shouts, the silences, the music, the noise, the conversations, the laughter, the crying, an argument, an instrument, the static. All this is processed by the brain, depending on how it is picked up by the ear. That is, just as the eye sees the external world consciously, but registers 90% of the visual information in the unconscious and subconscious, the ear does the same on an emotional level. I am. What do you hear every day? Me. I listen to the news. I see things that keep me informed about what is happening, especially in Argentina. I am. And good things happen? Me. No. I am. So while your conscious is informed, your subconscious and unconscious suffer. What else do you hear? Me. Every day I go to the pyramids, there are people arguing, fighting for business, shouting in Arabic. I was studying Arabic and I quit because it made me feel bad. I am. Because every day you go to the pyramids, those who speak Arabic are arguing or shouting, never talking about the weather or poetry, but about customers and camels or money or claiming things from you. Me. There is one who usually tells me in a joke, laughing, "If you don't tip me, I'll kill you." And as much as my conscious knows it's a joke, I realize that my unconscious interprets it as an almost routine threat. I am. You feel threatened by the environment all the time. Me. And now that I think about it, I am all day aware of the messages of the people of the network, to know if it is understood or not what I explain. And even if most of them are praise, my brain interprets the opposite. You cannot fail or lower the level or they will criticize you. It's horrible to think that every day. I am. It is the defense system of the inner ear. Trying to maintain constant harmony, it warns your emotions that you have to work to maintain that balance and not wobble. Me. Well, if I stagger, it's losing my balance, getting dizzy. I am. In your mission to find balance, you live the pressure of not losing it. And that pressure is what makes you lose your own balance. Me. Ugh, it's horrible to realize these things. I am. And also, what you say. For the ear is a sense related to the laryngeal chakra, linked to the world, the verb, the vibration, the singing, to hear one's own voice. Just as the two eyes generate a triangulation towards the third eye in the pineal, the two ears generate a triangulation to the thyroid, to the vocal cords, thus being the third ear, the one that listens to the inner voice itself. Here the question would be, do you listen to yourself? Me. I think so. I am. Well, most of the time not. I already tell you that I am your inner voice. Me. There you caught me. I am. I know. You pay close attention to what others have to say, but this is not your subject. It is that of all humans. Every mammal evolved by developing its ears to be able to move in the environment. The ear registers millions of data, the voices of parents, relatives, friends, enemies, of what harmonizes us or takes us off the axis, helps us distinguish the lie from the truth, saying, this sounds to me or it does not sound to me. Or the most novel and widely used expression, it resonates with me, or it does not resonate with me. Resonance, that is, the echo of sound, refers to identifying which things you hear in the world continue to vibrate as an echo in the inner world, interpreted as self-truth, and which do not vibrate within, being rejected by the inside. There is a big mistake that every human makes, and that is to believe that what does not resonate is indisputably a lie or is against him. The resonance of things works in the same way as music. Whether you like classical music or what you consider good music does not mean that other music is not good for other groups of people. There are people who need bowls playing in the middle of the Tibetan silence to meditate, and others will need electronic music on a beach in Ibiza, and they will arrive at the same connection, at their own balance. The development of species based on the ear has allowed us to advance, to relate harmoniously with the environment, but at the same time, it has led us to pay full attention to this external environment. Thus, we consider that everything that is outside defines the way I can move in life because I interpret that what gives me stability is what I hear in my environment. Me. When the sound is interpreted by me. I am. Listening to the inner voice demands silence, attention to body sounds, to listen to one's own voice, whispers, songs, words. Talk to yourself silently. Allow yourself to hear your own voice speaking to yourself like a sound Ouroboros. Practice this. But the first step you need to take is to stop hearing the things that hurt you, is to let go of the news, to stop listening to the negative in life. Clear your ears of grief and rage. Listen to music, laughter. Me. I used to listen every day in the morning to the radio program Nadie Sabe Nada by Berto and Andrew. And I woke up with a lot of creativity, laughing, with strength. And lately I don't. I watch news because I want to know what's going on, but it's plunging me into darkness. I am. It's normal, you want to know, to be attentive to what's going on, but that destroys you, and it's not your mission to be aware of what's going on. I know you want to fulfill your future role of sociology and philosophical politics, but you will not achieve it by looking at the bad, but the good. Laugh again, for the only truth is that nobody knows anything. Listen to music, listen to yourself. Stop hearing opinions of others, because you did not come to be what others expect of you. You came to be you. Me. You're right. I am. Listen to yourself again. Turn on the third ear, and you will hear your truth, your body, all that you have hidden, covered by the voices of others. Listen to your own song in the cosmic symphony. Me. Silence is the key to all sound. I need that silence to really hear again. I am. And that's where the inner voice will speak to you firmly again to remind you of your balance.
My